everybody. I got a little project coming up, and I picked up a little gadget for this. I'm going to be custom making my own sort of suspended ceiling sort of setup. So basically I'm going to have long rails like that. But my problem is a lot of these systems, when you do that, you get like a bump there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to mill out the center of these. At every corner we're going to have something like that. And these are going to be sort of done on a probably like a 4-foot basis. Like every 4 feet I'll have one set of these. So there'll be 2 of these 20.5, and then 2 of these, which are exactly the 3.5-inch width, all painted up all nice and everything. But where they join, I'm going to have to get up there and fairly quickly adjust them. And I don't want them to shift or move, otherwise we'll get cracks, and that would look kind of goofy if it was off at an angle. So we want to be able to make sure that they're perfectly straight and together. And I thought, well, there's one thing that might work, and that's a staple gun. And so normal staple guns aren't going to work. But I'm wondering about this thing. Now, I have been resistant, utterly resistant, to considering any of the brushless, non-air sort of tools. And oops, there we go. But you know me, black and yellow, came on sale. It was like 50 cents off. So I was like, well, let's give it a go. I know I'll be able to use it for at least pinning on backboards and stuff like that. Maybe even IKEA furniture, like, I have to put those little nails in. Forget it. We'll pin it in with this thing. It'll stay forever. So I got this in a bunch of narrow crown staples. It's 18 gauge, so it should hold pretty good. And what I can do is when there's 2 of them coming together, I can put a little cross piece and go, and 2 on each side should hold it well. So I don't know, is it going to work? So I got a whole bunch of I can cut up little pieces of this. This is 1/8-inch hardboard. I have all of the center panels cut right here. So track saw did a lot of work on that. So let's see how this all works. I'm going to get all set up and let's unbox it and let's see if it's any good. Okay, so this is just the kit, tool only type of thing. Sorry, not the kit, tool only. So I got a boatload of these. I don't need any more. I have one of the 2 amp hour. I'll see how that hits. See if it gives a good little bit of sort of power on that. So standard, box type of thing. Let's get some scissors here. Let's open that up. It's probably going to be pretty basic. Probably just going to be sitting in there with nothing around it. Oh, there's even look at that. There's some cardboard here. That's crazy. Almost some protection. We'll just dump it out. What the heck? Okay, so obligatory instructions. Yeah, what we do with those. Sometimes I read them actually, because sometimes I screw things up and it doesn't work so good. So, okay. Yeah, we have, that's kind of neat. It's like an IKEA thing. Ta-da. Yeah, it's the DeWalt 18 gauge brushless stapler. The number was in there. I'll put that in the other thing. So I got to take this off before, stop. What does this say? Stop. Stop. I love it when they say stop. What does that mean, stop? Use 18 gauge narrow crown staples, 1/4-inch crown only, yada, yada, yada. Okay. All right. So pretty standard. Takes the regular 18 volt batteries or 20 volt or whatever you want to call it. It does have some extra soft tips, which is good because, we always screw that up and schmuck things. My question is, how far can it, really depress things? How far can it go in? Not sure. I think that's the power. That's a lock, unlock. Okay, we'll lock that for right now. Depth stop. Don't know how that works. There's no things in there, so maybe I might need to. Does that come off? I'm useless today. Been away from this game a little bit too long, so let me do some Research. Ooh, look at that. That was funny. Okay, so that releases it. I like that feature because, you know, half the time you got some other weird thing to work on that. That's good. Little switch there. You know what? I just might actually kind of read some instructions so I know what the hell I'm doing. Because my experience with things that do this kind of stuff, if you don't know what you're doing, it gets very uncomfortable very quickly. Okay, so after reading the instructions, yeah, that's not very much like me, but you know, I don't want to get hurt. So this goes between down here, I don't know if you can see, goes between single and sort of bump firing. When we look at the depth stop here, it's just a little window. So it says if that little line, I don't know if you can see it, is further down, going this way, it's standing proud. And if it's going this way, it's a little bit pushed down a little bit further. Okay, cool. All right. So I grabbed some 1-inch staples. So let's load them up. So yeah, I like that kind of idea. This kind of pops open. You just slide your staples in there. Huh. Okay, it doesn't give you a whole lot of room there. Slide it in, slide it in. Okay. There's lots of springy springies here that kind of hold it all in the right place. What the heck? Ah. Okay, that's all down there, so what do I need to do? That's holding tight there. There's already some staples in there. Is that part of the problem? Let's have a look. Is there a way to tell? Well, when you pull it out, like there's a little window here. It doesn't say there's any staples. I'm just useless today. Yeah. It's a Monday, holiday Monday, which is weird because I'm actually not working a full day. Okay, that's tucked down in there. No, that does not like that. Let me break this in half. Maybe it's just too long. I think these were DeWalt staples. Just stick that in there. Oh, I think we need to pull something back. That's it. Shouldn't there be give me a second here. Okay. I know it's a normal holiday day and I've been putting in a lot of hours at real work, but I'm an idiot. You open that up. Because I'm used to, on pneumatics, always feeding them in from the back. Drop them in. There we go. Loaded. Yep. Brain dead. I've been storing these little things in this guy for the day I need to use it. This is that multi-board stuff, the little sort of drawers that you can make out of it. I find this to be fantastic. I got all of my little brads, 23 gauge, 16, 18 gauge, all that kind of stuff in these things. It's great because you can just grab your little pack of whatever you're using, keep them with you, keeps it all organized. Fantastic. Okay, so let's try this here. I'm going to put a battery in, face the thing away from you, because we all know how things don't go right. So you press the button, we get some lights here. Nothing happens, which is good. Let's grab a scrap of lumber here. All right. So as it should. Oh, dang. Okay. So that's a 1-inch staple into 1.5 inch, spruce pine fir, whatever the heck this is made of. Let's see if we can bury that in a little bit less. Let's see what the other side does. That was full send. Let's try this. Yeah, so it's a little proud. Okay. So I guess you could get a screwdriver or something on underneath that. It's a bit hefty. Dang, it's a bit hefty. I don't know if I'm going to be wanting using this up shoulder level or for very long. It's not bad when it's down here, because it's resting on that, but up higher. Okay, let's get that as flush as we can. We'll bury it. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, so most of it's going to be MDF into MDF, but let's see what this thing can do. Here we have just regular old, softwood. What if we want to attach, say, some hardboard to softwood? Okay, well, it goes right through the hardboard. That's good. That was down a little bit. How about hardboard into, it's burying it too much. I think we need to reduce that. Let's bring it back to maybe halfway. There we go. Because it's just going right through. How about hardboard into maple? Oh, wait a minute. Stand that up like that. It went right through the maple. Color me impressed. From just a off-the-shelfy thingy. Huh. How about plywood? Maybe the plies are going to give more resistance. This is a bunch of offcuts. I'm cleaning up my scrap bin, and what the heck, eh? He went through all the plywood too. I'm not expecting this. I thought this, honestly, I thought this was going to be a piece of crap, and it wasn't going to do anything. The nice thing is I don't have a hose attached to it. Bad thing is it's heavy as heck. Okay, all right. What if we want to do... Oh, I don't want that. That's my good piece. Let me go find a crap piece. What if I want to use these things into some maple? I don't know. I'm just coming up with some crazy stuff. Okay. So it's off. So that's pushed down pretty far, and it's coming all the way right through. Let's take the battery out. Battery comes out nice. Oh, let me go grab that smaller one, my lithium battery. Oh boy. You ever find there's not enough time in life and just always have to sacrifice mowing the lawn for making a YouTube video or that type of thing? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. So here's one of these little power stack batteries. I like these because they're super light, and apparently they kick as hard as these things. A little less bulky. I haven't noticed any difference on drills or drivers, which is good because then, you know, they work. But let's pop this guy in here. That does look sexy, but does it balance? Yeah, it balances as well. Okay, I'll take that battery out because I never change stuff. Oh, that just falls right out. Okay, don't hit this button unexpectedly because you're just going to lose all your stuff. Okay, those were 1 inch. Put those back. Now that I know how to do stuff properly. And my little letters come off, whatever. Okay, 1.5 is the biggest ones I have. So let's load those up. Okay, all right. Let's put our little power stack battery in. Stick this on there. Let's do something stupid. It's going flush with a 1.5 inch. Huh. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see if we can get them fully flush if we just crank it up a little bit. Let's make it a little bit. Let's try that. You know, theoretically, just a little bit of putty or mud or, you know, some spackling. I'm starting to rethink how I'm going to reattach these things because I was just going to use pin nails and glue. But this guy, man, it's a lot of filling though. Pin nails are super easy to fill, and I'm particularly lazy on this whole thing coming up. So let's do that. Okay, now let's put it on the bump feature and see what happens when we do a whole bunch at a time. Grab some more scraps here. Okay. I have it raised up on this just so I don't, if I'm stupid, I don't miss my thing. So fast as I can hit it, it's going. You can hear that flywheel spinning up, eh? And when I do press a button, we'll start from scratch. Takes a while to spin down, but that's good. Did you see it move there? It's got some torque on it. Wow. Okay. And if it's going down, oh, okay. As soon as you do that, it's on. Ah. Okay. I'm actually more impressed with this than I thought I would be. The biggest thing is it's heavy. That's not great. I have an old bad shoulder, bad wrist. Don't be stupid in your use. But this is actually, oh my goodness. Sorry. I thought this was going to be a piece of crap. And I think for certain use case scenarios, it'll be good. It's got some rubber overmolding here. So if you're putting it down on something delicate, it's not going to just chew it up. I get these belt thingies don't work for me, but you can put it on both sides. A little power stack battery kicks it pretty good. It started from full. It's still full. I figured after that it'd be half empty. Hey, I don't know. Tell me if you think this is a decent. Do you have one of these? Is it a decent little one? I know Milwaukee makes some, which guys are loving as well. Little lighter. I forget. This is a flywheel with I think a belt. I think they're using like a semi-pneumatic type of thing. Yeah, I think this is going to stick around in the shop for a while. Kind of happy I got it. And I definitely think that for putting together IKEA furniture, some little half-inch things rather than those little freaking, those nails things, this would speed it up a lot and certainly hold a heck of a lot better as well. Hey, I hope this helps out a little bit. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. This is an August long weekend up here in Kanakistan, Canada, and I'm just chilling, doing some stuff, and thought I'd give this a shot and show you what I think of this. Shop dog approved. I don't know where he is. Oh, it's a DCN 681. See you later.